Hello, everyone. My name is Marshall Matlock. I'll be doing a presentation on theory of mind. What is theory of mind? Theory of mind is the concept which addresses humans' ability to understand how others feel and what others are thinking. It is, in a sense, mind reading or as close as we can get. Why does theory of mind matter? The basis of a large chunk of social interactions is based on humans' abilities to interpret others' actions and determine the intention of those actions. For example, in the photo, we can understand that the grown man is given a shirt to the child. This understanding would not be possible if we lacked the ability to interpret what both parties are thinking in this situation. People with autism spectrum disorder can struggle applying theory of mind due to their limited ability to interpret facial expressions. Many autistic people have learned to interpret facial expressions in a methodical and analytical way. This can lead to similar results, especially in cases of high functioning people with autism. This, however, is distinctly different and more straining than natural interpretation that most people have. There are many parts to understand the theory of mind. This is because there are many different functions which all allow us to interpret a person's overall mental state. The baseline of these functions is the least complex, that is, identifying agents, recognizing goals, and assessing intentionality. Recognizing agents is the ability to determine that someone or something is its own being that is able to move itself. Recognizing goals is understanding that other things have desires of their own they're trying to get. And assessing intentionality is the ability to see one's actions and understand what they're trying to get from those actions. The next level of this theory is imitation, mimicry, and automatic empathy. Imitation is the human tendency to carefully observe others and do what they do. This can become automatic, in which case it is called mimicry. Automatic empathy comes from imitation. If you see someone is experiencing an emotion and expressing it in their behavior, you will naturally match their behavior somewhat. Because there's a link between behavior and your emotions, you will feel some of the emotions associated with those behaviors. The next level is joint attention and visual perspective. Joint attention is actively engaging in others' mental states by understanding you are both paying attention to an outside object, such as pointing at something and looking at the other person to see if you are really looking at the same thing as you. Visual perspective taking is simply understanding that other people have a different visual perspective than you and adjusting what you say to match their perspective. For example, saying something's to your left opposed to my left. The next level is projection and simulation. Simulation is imagining what other people's psychological perspective is by imagining your own in their situation. This can best be explained by the idea of saying, I'd freak out in this situation. Projection is when we assume others have the same perspective as us in regards to a situation. This means we can simply assume someone is scared because we are scared. Basically, humans use their own mental state to assume other people's mental state. The end function of all of this is the explicit mental state, is an understanding of the explicit mental state. This is the ability to truly take someone's perspective and requires us to separate our thoughts and feelings as well as desires from their own. This is different from the previous level, as the previous level was just putting our thoughts and desires on them and imagining they have the same as ours. But this is the next level of complexity above that. If you have any questions in regard to this, please post them in the discussion section or in the response section of the discussion form. I will respond to them as promptly as I can. Here's the reference. Thank you.